What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I am in our salt bin here. As you can tell, it is pretty low, but I am waiting on a salt delivery to come. I have everything set up ready to go. We have these pieces of metal here on this side and that side, so when he dumps the salt, keeps as much of it off this block as possible. I also have this plywood here, so it stops it from coming back in there, and it just makes the cleanup a little bit easier. Unfortunately, the ceiling and the door are only about 16 feet high, so he can't pull all the way in here and dump back on the pile. He has to start dumping here and raise his dump body as he pulls out. So some of the salt will end up out here, and I will unfortunately have to shovel it to clean it up, but it's really not that bad. We deal with it every time, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna go eat some lunch, and I will catch back up with you guys when the salt delivery is here. All right, guys, so that is how it is done here. So as you can tell, we're not even past where the door ends when it is up, but a majority of it is inside, so it's really not terrible. And once I push this up with the loader, we will just have to clean up the sides and get everything that is outside inside. So that came about a minute after I ran upstairs, so I'm gonna go finish eating lunch, and then I will be back down here to get this all pushed up. All right, so I am in our loader here. I have this all warmed up. It's been running for about 10 minutes or so, but it is time to get that pile pushed up. I'm gonna try and get as much of it inside as I can, but when you push, some of it falls off to the sides, and that just makes more for you to have to shovel. So we're gonna try to avoid as much of that as possible, but let's get to it.
Let's go.
All right, guys, so I got the machine parked in here. I got all the salt piled up. We have a little bit here. I didn't want to push it because I'm trying to keep as much off the blocks. That stuff right there is just from the chunks that I threw over there to break them up. Sometimes when you get your delivery, there's a couple little chunks in it, and you don't want to put it in the pile if you see it, because then it might jam up your salter. So I throw them over here. A lot of the time they will break up. Sometimes they will stay a little bit solid, but that's no big deal. We will clean that up later. So as you can see out here, all the salt is cleaned up, shoveled nice, and off the walls. So I turned the battery off of that truck. We will shut this door. And now all I have to do is move this truck inside, because I believe there is salt in it. There should be. It looks like there is. So I'm gonna pull Rodrigo's truck. You'll see in a second. His truck is parked in here. So I'm gonna pull this out and get the other truck parked inside. That way it doesn't freeze out there, because if people have to work tomorrow, you don't want a frozen salter when you come in here. So this has no salt in it, so this will go back outside, and the other one will park right here. saw my last video, then you saw me backing this into the salt bin, but we have the same issue in both of these doors. It is very tight. Look, the mirror is almost hitting there, but these smaller trucks make it. The bigger ones are hit or miss. Some of them will make it and some of them won't. So we do our best to get them all inside if we have to, but sometimes when we are working on them, we have to either just pull the front in or pull the back in, depending on what we need to do to the truck. But this will get parked down here on the end. We park the trucks in the same spot pretty much every time. So that's Rodrigo's spot right there. So Rodrigo's truck goes here because the dirt is a little higher and his sander is higher than all of them. So, well, Paul's truck could go there because he doesn't have, or his spinner I should say, but he doesn't have a spinner. Paul's spinner dumps here. So these trucks, like this one and my truck, sit a little lower, so you don't want to back in over there and then blast your spinner into the dirt and destroy anything. So Rodrigo's goes there because it's the highest, and we've kind of just done it like that. So now it is time to hop in here. I have the key. You guys have seen this truck. I made a comparison of the two Chevys that we have. If you haven't seen that, you can go check it out on my channel. They're basically identical. This one has a wing plow setup and the other one has a V plow. So besides that, they're basically identical. One's a 2019, one is a 2020, but they're basically identical trucks. I don't know if anything really changed on them between the 2 years. One of them does have a dump body on it that we use for construction, and this one has the sander mounted straight on the frame. So that's really the only noticeable differences. But anyway, you can go check out that video if you care. So this truck is a little bit easier to get inside because the wing tucks up nice and it's a little bit smaller than the other ones. But it sucks when the guys next to us leave a bunch of stuff outside, which is every day. They sell a ton of stuff and they have deliveries incoming all the time. So there's always boxes and pallets and whatnot outside. Let's see how close this side is. Like much farther away from the wall than Rodrigo's truck is. There, I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but there's at least a foot. And our mirror has a couple inches here. So this truck is very easy to get inside. Down. I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. All right guys, so I got this truck parked inside, so we are good to go. We won't have any issues with this salt freezing in the bed. But that pretty much wraps up this one. If you guys have any comments or questions about our salt bin or our trucks or anything you really see, definitely leave them down below and I will get back to you. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.